Mayonnaise.
Hey, Brock, you kind of missed out on a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sit. Your dad's petting you.
Yeah, honestly, you missed out a lot. We talked a lot of shit about you at the beginning, as usual.
Every single time.
Every single time.
I would too.
Yeah.
Start your intro.
All right. Shut up, everyone.
You shut up.
God.
Make
damn.
me. Yeah, that's right. Give me that Pocky.
Coward.
Um.
You should just belittle him and call him cowards.
All right. So Brock comes back, and you guys are all mean to me. This is fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, we can't be mean to Brock. He's here.
Oh yeah, he's here for once. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our second episode of TOG. Disclaimer: we are trash people and are unqualified to discuss topics that may come up. We are just trash friends who came together to make some memories. I'm Kipp. With me is
Alan.
T.
Oh my God, Brock's back. Even though it's a shitty way of saying his name because he said it so shittily. Why are you opening?
I didn't even hear him say his name.
Yeah, honestly,
I should just get you impossible to open presents.
I think he would kill himself.
For one of my employees for Secret Santa, I used 3 rolls of duct tape
I love that.
on their gift, and inside the box was a note that said that the box
Was
there was 5 boxes inside of it. So in the tiniest box, I wrote in a note, "This gift box was too small to put the present in," and I just gave her a gift in a Meyer bag. It all would have fit in the biggest box that they were all in, but the note was referencing like this tiny box was too small to fit all of it in, so I had to wrap all of this and then give it to you.
Were you proud of yourself?
I was.
How long did it take you actually?
An hour.
Yeah, that's a long time.
I did it on company time. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Then, never mind. It's worth it then, right?
Yeah.
Getting
He's
paid
gonna
for
have
it.
to remind me next year. I'm gonna wrap one of your guys' Christmas presents. I'm gonna encase it in collision grade structural adhesion.
I thought about if I had enough time. I was like, Alan, can we weld a metal cage
I'll
around
weld your
this,
cage,
like
yeah.
just with shitty like scrap metal?
I'm gonna let you know if you do that to me, I'm just gonna leave it here and it's just gonna stay here.
it's gonna be.
It's gonna be your problem, not mine.
What if it's a trip to Mexico?
It's gonna be $500 in a cashier
Hey.
check that will never be cashed.
Yeah, it's
What if
gonna
we
be
give him
your
scratch
problem.
offs?
Yeah. Kipp, I got you the whole scratch off roll. I
Oh,
went
yeah,
somewhere
I'm
and I
gonna
bought
do
the
that
whole
soon.
roll. I told them don't even count it. Just take it out of the display. I
Well, they
want the
gotta
spindle.
count it so they know how much.
Yeah, they have to do it for like inventory purposes. They do it in the beginning of the day and the end of the night.
Isn't there like a number on like the latest torn scratch offs? Like
Yeah, it's on the bottom.
88 out of like 100, so you could grab
It's
like
more than 100, but yeah, it's
like-
a 3-digit number.
I
I think the $5 ones are only 100 roll.
I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was a long time ago. That was a different person.
yeah, so I was a different person when I was selling lottery tickets as well.
I'm more stable now, mentally.
I am
barely.
not.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, dude, lottery tickets. I'm gonna be buying like probably like the $20 one or $30 one soon.
You're gonna up the ante?
Yeah,
Well,
just curious. Yeah.
You need to save money too, Kipp. Remember, you have a year and a half.
Yeah, dude, I already have about like $200 saved.
dang, I saved like $75.
Yeah, you need more than that.
Hey, look, when the time comes and I don't have enough, I'm like, sorry, guys.
No, you're going. You have to go.
Well, if I don't have enough money, I can't go.
Well, we'll bridge the gap. Just make sure the gap's not over triple digits.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can't go past $100.
No, make sure, the gap between where your savings is and your goal is less than $100. Kipp shy $100. That's a tank of gas. Come on, we're going.
Someone's got to drive to Chicago.
Yep, it's coming out of Kipp's budget now. Thank you.
Fuck.
We could steal my dad's car.
I think you guys said if I save like $200 a month, I should be fine.
I don't remember the math.
Right?
I don't know. I still have to get the number from Alan's mom.
Oh.
Yeah.
I still gotta get a passport.
Yeah, passport's gonna be the most fun part. You should start that like now.
You know, if you get a passport, you should go to your passport ID
Yeah,
looking,
$200 a month is good.
looking
Yeah,
like
so-
a bum. So when you have like an overnight stay at the airport, they're not going to question you because you look like a bum in your passport picture.
You have to go with no glasses.
Why?
They ask you to take your glasses off at customs.
I look so strange. I look like a different person.
Oh, okay.
I give my my tool vendors a lot of it's more of a running joke, but they had the trapper hat, which is like the Canadian winter hat, where it has like the fur and it's like big. It's like my Eddie Bauer hat. Tino's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, sure.
And the tool vendor's like, "Hey, Alan, here, try this hat on. I had another person try it on, and they looked hilarious." I'm like, "Gee, that's a confidence booster." So I put it on. He's like, "Oh my gosh, dude, that's hilarious." It was a racial joke. He was making a racial joke.
Oh.
And I took my glasses off. And he was like, "Oh my gosh, it's even funnier." I'm like, all right. Now let's see you with a hat on. It looked pretty funny on him too.
Oh, there you go. It works out. It works out in
It's
there.
a comedy hat. It's like the dunce cap.
We need one of those.
Dunce cap. Pretty sure.
Our dog can wear it.
Yeah.
All the
She
time.
needs one.
Dunce.
I just hear that the entire fucking time. Yeah, can you not?
Is it going to take you 2 weeks to do that one too?
Oh, you're gonna do behind your back now? Does that make it better?
He'll get it done faster.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh,
She's like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing, so it's...
look, it's our dog.
That's
That's
offensive
fine.
to dogs.
Because they're wearing a sweater.
Sure. I'll give you that.
Yeah, all dogs are the same, right?
All dogs go to heaven. We watched the movie.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I didn't watch that movie.
I'm
I'm good.
trying to remember if it was even worth watching.
I don't know.
85% of the time when people are like, "Have you seen that movie?" Nope, have not seen that movie.
I just...
Sweets.
The new season of Squid Game was pretty good.
Was
Watched
it?
it already?
I got to the last episode. I haven't watched the last episode yet. I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, you like Thanos?
No.
Is that a Marvel reference?
No, I don't.
Dude, what do you mean?
I
He's a popular...
they did a really good job of making a character you hate. I'll give him credit, and I also like that his nails are painted the way that the Infinity Stones are. I thought that was a really clever touch, but
Was it the K-pop idol?
Yeah, it's a K-pop.
Oh, I
idol
love that.
From
Yeah.
Big Bang.
Yeah.
It was
Marvel reference.
very funny, but
He played that character so well.
he did like that. I'll give the actor credit. Like
Yeah.
he nailed the fucking role.
Yeah.
Any actor that can play someone that you hate is someone that is good at acting. But I actually watched the real Squid Game, the show that they did too, like where they had real people,
Okay.
not like kill them, obviously. But like they had like ink packs in their suits and shit, but they played like the real game.
Is that why it's called Squid Games?
And it was really funny because at the beginning of the show, everyone was like excited and shit, like they actually were. Then after the first game, after people started just dropping, you watch them like watch the piggy bank fill up, and they're just like, they actually probably feel like they're responsible here for some people actually like dying, because you see some of these guys like in red light, green light. Not like you can look around and see what happens. So all you hear is boom, and then someone falling on the ground. Like there's an element of you that like your brain's like, don't worry, it's fake, it's not a real show. But there's probably like the unrational part of your brain like, are you sure?
Yeah.
See what's going on.
And then when they had to get to the marbles where you had to like pair up with somebody and like lose against someone you care about and shit like that, like people were in fucking tears. Like actually like they were going to die, and there's like these shots of them walking away, and then they hear like the poof of the fucking ink fall off, they fall over. These people don't even turn around to look. Like they're just walking away in tears. Like there's some of them that has to believe like, I don't want to see the dead body. Like there's like the show is actually at the end I was like, there has to be a therapist on site. Like I was like, there's no way that they can just run this show making people think that people are dying, even though they know it's fake. But like, I don't know, man. There's a part of me that some of them committed to the bit too. Like when some of them, when their ink packs would go off, they'd be like, like fucking like fall over.
Yeah, that's
like,
pretty cool.
There was one dude sitting against the wall like after the marbles, just like contemplating life after he lost, and then you just hear the timer run out, the ink sac goes off, and he just like it just like slides down the fucking wall, and it's like, dude, like take it easy.
Ah, dude, you gotta respect these.
No, you respect the commitment of some
Yeah.
of the people. Like in red light, green light, some of the people that were like running and then like got shot, they kept falling. Like the commitment to the bit, they ate the dirt. Like there in the cookie one, Dalgona. That one was pretty fucking funny too. There was a guy that was like crying ugly tears, just sitting there going. Just trying to like cut the fucking cookie out, and yeah. And he was when you picked for Dalgona, what they had to do is they had 3 teams of everyone that was there, and then 3 people from each team would go up to the 3 doors. Each one had to pick a door, but everyone had to pick a separate door. And if one person didn't choose one door, then all 3 of them got executed. And I kept going until the 3 of them picked doors. And this guy that was sitting there fucking crying like a little bitch,
Okay.
he was from the Church of Latter-day Saints, a Mormon. And he like visibly was like shaking and like stumbling, trying to walk up to the doors. And like the bad guy of the show was right there with him and was like, "Oh, don't worry, pick the umbrella. Like, we'll help you afterwards. Don't worry, it'll be easy." And he's like, "If I pick this umbrella," like has this like huge stand on the ground moment, like we'll all work together. He picks the umbrella door, and then it goes, "Attention, all players. There will be no assisting of any other players during the trial." And then his entire team is like, "That motherfucker." They picked the umbrella, and yeah, no, most of the umbrella people ended up getting shot. But
That's crazy, dude.
the show's if you want to watch a really good show, like they just watch the real actual Squid Game. They actually did a good job with it. I was really like curious. I was like, how are you gonna, kill people? But like the way they do it with the ink packs, I think is a really, really good way of doing it.
It's good, yeah.
The second season though, the show, holy fuck, man, you have to get blood pressure medication. My heart rate was
No, I don't.
my blood pressure was soaring through that fucking show.
It would set T to a standard blood pressure.
Mine's actually really low.
They just do a really good job giving you a different group of people that just behave so differently than the other show. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot, like the stories are obviously super different, but like there's people that are like a lot more willing to do really bad shit to get to the money. Like the Thanos guy, like in red light, green light, you see in the trailer, he motherfucking pushes people when red light goes. Like he'll be right behind him, it says red light, and he goes, "Oops." Like, and 3 people just get shot. And it's like that's a fucking real dick move.
It is. It is. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, they it's an excellent season. I haven't seen the last episode yet, so I can't really say as the entirety how it ends, if it was good or not. But so far, I think it's good. The concept's really cool, too. Because you get to see in the game and out of the game. From the first season, Ginsun is trying to obviously find the leader of the games. And you get to see some of that stuff. It's really cool. Totally recommend it.
All right. Well, you had your 15 minutes
Yep,
of fame
that's
there,
my
Brack.
15
Shut the
minutes.
fuck up now. All right. How's it going, T and Alan? Guy comes back and just takes over the show again. It's fucked up.
Now it's just the Brock and everyone else show.
Yeah, it's the Brack and everyone's else show.
He gets 15 minutes, and then he gets the next 45 with his Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
I said my
Maybe
part.
that was his
It's your
goal the
guys'
whole
turn.
time.
Was that your goal?
I won't say anything.
Oh, okay.
He's pleading the fifth.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I was talking to T and Alan over Discord recently, and I wanted to bring this up then, but I was like, I'll just save it for the podcast. So, my dogs, they're all pieces of shits
Are
because,
they your parents' dogs, not your dogs?
I've been with them long enough, so I have some sort of clan. I take care of them when they're gone
Okay.
Assumes
on vacations.
responsibility.
Yeah. They're like, take care of the dogs. I'm like, okay. But these motherfuckers lay in the worst spots, so I'm curious, does Sweets ever lay in terrible spot?
Yes.
No.
I have two different answers. You want to elaborate on it? Yeah.
Well, Alan, he said no. Like, for me, she's really good. She listens for the most part. Anytime I tell her, hey, go over here, she goes over here. It's only when you guys are here that she doesn't. Like, everything that she's learned goes out the window. But typically, she's either in the living room, on the couch, or on the floor right in front of our coffee table. She's either in one of the two chairs that you guys are sitting on, or if she's in our room, she's on her bed, or our bed. So she has places that she goes and she sticks to those. She's very much a creature of habit.
One of the two fucking dogs. Well, okay, one of the three dogs, because the other one's just...
You sound so mad.
I'm fucking pissed. The dog, I stepped on our dog multiple times.
Horrible person.
It's pitch dark, right? And she's a fucking black fur dog. And she lays right in front of the fucking hallway where I can't see shit. And I step on her.
Night vision.
It makes it like it's my fault. I'm like, no, motherfucker, it's your fault for laying right there.
They're creatures of habit. They're constantly going to go back to where they're used to. So, like, Kipp, you should have known that.
No,
Damn.
no,
Now
fucking
it's the
get out.
blame
She lays in front of the fucking water dispenser. I'm like, why? Why do you need to
Maybe
be
it's
right there?
cooling.
Cooling what?
I don't know.
It's not cooling shit.
Maybe it's warm.
Yeah, maybe.
It is warm.
There you go.
Maybe she's cold.
Fucking
Maybe she wants your love and attention. Maybe you should invite her into your bed, Kipp.
No.
Maybe that's what it is. The only kind of attention you actively give them is when you're mean to them.
Yeah, and I want to fucking kick them sometimes because they're in my way. And the other...
We do not condone animal cruelty.
Yeah,
Even though Sweet says
course.
at least 3 times kicked me in the nards.
That's because she got on the bed.
Then the other one, we had they have a gate to go upstairs, right? The big ass one lays there in front of the gate. So every time I go upstairs, I open the gate and he moves. I'm like, if you're fucking smarter than this, you just lay somewhere else so you don't have to get up every single time I go upstairs.
Are there other people upstairs, or is everybody downstairs?
Everyone's upstairs. It's just me.
Maybe he's
protecting
waiting
you.
for you.
He's like my best friend.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't give him a time of day.
He's your Toto.
That doesn't mean
You're his
anything.
Itadori. Your best friendo.
I give him the time of day when I have to take care of him. That's it.
That's all he needs.
Dude, I don't give my parents' dog a time of day. I go over there and I'm like, get out of my face. Get out of my face. Like, because she's bigger than I am. She's massive, right? Because she's a Great Dane. She just, whatever reason, she wants to be in your face, in your lap, like she's a lapdog. And I can't do it. I physically cannot do it. And she just wants to be in my face. And I'm not mean to her, but I'm not nice to her. Dogs are like that. Some of them.
Yeah.
Other ones are super
I
mean.
just want to push him out of the way. I'm like, get out of my way. Every single time. I'm like, please. You should know by now if I'm moving the gate, every single time I come up, just lay somewhere else so you don't have to move.
How old are they?
How
old's the youngest one?
probably like 3, 4 now.
Yeah, they're stuck in their ways.
Yeah, piece of shit.
Unless you go through like actively training them, they're not gonna change.
The oldest one is like really fucking old. It's probably like close to death doors at this point.
18.
Honestly, I don't fucking know.
Depending on the dog breed, they might live till that long.
Yeah, but this one, it's short, fucking fat.
Short,
Chow.
small, fat.
Yeah, lays in front of in the most inconvenient spots. I'm like, you're the only dog that's able to go on the couch in this house too. So just lay on the couch.
I bet she brags about it too, doesn't she?
Probably.
She's sitting on the couch, staring down at the peasants. That has to lay on the floor.
I don't know. Look, dogs are great, but sometimes I just wish they would just lay in better spots. I don't have time to train them to play
If you
somewhere
had your
else.
own place, would you have any kind of pets?
Probably not.
Yeah, you don't seem like the type of person.
Maybe like down the line, but
I
not
don't
right
see
now. Maybe like a pet fish or something. It's
I don't
gonna
even see that.
I would never. A pet fish? Ew.
Yeah, I'd give it a time limit.
You're disgusting if you have pet fish.
Yeah, if I get a pet fish, that fish's life will be equal parts amazing and miserable. Amazing because
This is why we don't have fish.
I would try. You know, I put it in a nice fish tank. I'd get it fun and cool decorations and like live water plants. I'd feed it fish flakes. But I'd come home and like, ew. Look
He'd
at
constantly degrade it.
You're a fish. Ugh.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
I don't like fish.
He really doesn't like fish.
Any fish. All fish are ugly. They're
I don't
bad.
know.
He doesn't even eat fish. So like if for the past 5 years that we've been together, I've tried to get him to eat fish more often because it's not that like the taste bothers him. It's the fact that it's a fish is
Yep.
what bothers him, right?
Yep.
You eat sushi.
No, he doesn't.
I eat crustacean sushi.
You eat squid.
No, I don't.
No.
No.
You eat crab.
No.
Lobster.
He only
Yes,
eats like
shrimp.
shrimp and
Yep.
lobster. That's the only thing.
Only things out of the
Shrimp
sea.
or fish.
Shrimp are crustaceans. They're like the insects of the sea.
They're shellfish.
They're shellfish.
And that's less gross to you than like.
Yep.
It's because it has legs.
So here's Alan's fun story
have
time.
legs.
Are you ready? Kipp's not ready. He hates my stories. So when I was a young boy, my parents had a boat. And on that boat, they had an inner tube and some rope. So we'd go tubing. My dad would love it because he'd get to drive his fast boat. And I would love it because I'd be indirectly hanging out with my dad in an inner tube like 25 feet away.
Hey, that's legit. His family's kind of bonded. No, I need you to put it on here for me.
So I'm on the inner tube, and my dad has the bright idea. He's like, "Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of flying fish jumping out of the water. It'd be really cool if I drove like in the archway that they're like flying into."
Your dad is such a person for theatrics.
So it in all like measure, it seems like a really cool magical idea if I were to drive my speedboat through a arch of flying
Don't
fish.
look at me like it's my fault.
It'd be cool.
That was straight your fault.
It's not my fault.
Kip just dropped a fork.
I didn't drop shit.
Yeah,
And now
you
Tia's
did.
blaming
I didn't drop shit.
Yeah, you did.
I handed it off, and you had the power. There was a good 2 seconds where it was out of my hands.
So he drives through this arch of flying fish. And one of these fish aren't as athletic as its, other schoolmates. And it lands in the inner tube with me. And it's flopping around and it goes right up my shorts.
Nice.
And I
He
get
tells the
molested by a
story.
fish.
He tells this story every single time someone asks him, "Why aren't you eating your fish? It's right here." Because his family, like, they do, like, I don't know how to explain it, but, like,
My family's like Southeast Asian. So it's a lot of like fish because they're right on the Mekong River.
and it's all, like, right out in front of you, and you have to, like, pick right in front of everybody. So they're like, "Go on, eat it," and I'm like,
go ahead.
he doesn't do fish. He does, like, I have to defend him. He doesn't do fish. He doesn't like fish.
I literally grew up with my family, and they all we eat meals, and they're like, "Why aren't you eating your fish?" I'm like, I don't want it. Give me
His-
that. Give me the egg. Give me the chicken. Give me the pork. Give me any of the land animals.
His grandparents and his parents have finally got to the point to where they make him something else. I mean, they make me other stuff because I can't eat some of the stuff, but, like, they just completely make different meals.
Yeah, there's like
And
a
it's
small
so great,
side
but
dish
I feel
just
like
sitting
such
over
a
there.
dick.
I have come around because when Tia and I started dating,
I have to force feed him. I have to physically feed him with the fork for him to eat it.
yeah, they're like
Yeah.
they gave T tilapia, and I always liked like the vegetables and like the literally everything about my grandfather's tilapia except for the fish itself. So I'd get like the juices and like the fucking vegetables and stuff that were like seared with it, but I would never touch the fish.
You're fucking weird.
Fuck you, Kipp.
No, but, like, seriously, I have to, like, feed him with a fork for him to actually eat it, and he'll only do tiny, tiny bites.
What
no.
a fucking baby.
I don't like fish. I don't like fish.
My family doesn't eat fish, so it's the only time I get fish is when we go to his family. So I'll take it.
Yeah. No. I've done other weird things that
Oh, hell
certainly
yeah.
shouldn't have been like on my palate. Like my uncle goes squirrel hunting, and I come over one day because I'm dropping off tables and chairs that we borrowed for our wedding, and my uncle and his dad, so I don't know what that would be in relation. But they're
We
like,
call him Boo.
yeah, it's just uncle. So they're having like a stew, and they're like, hey, here, try this tiny chicken wing. It's literally like the first 2 digits of my finger. It's tiny. I'm like, what kind of freaking chicken is this? And I'm like nibbling on it, and they're like, here, have this meatball. I'm like, meatball? What do you have? Baby chicken legs and meatballs in that? That's a shrimp. That's a squirrel head. That's not a meatball. That's just like a squirrel's head. Just like boop. I'm like, oh.
They always make us eat things without telling us.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to like Asian households.
I've had a soft shell turtle shell before.
I
That
can't
was
do soft shell.
weird.
Soft shell is disgusting. It makes my skin crawl.
T really doesn't like soft shell crab.
No, no. I almost threw up. I tried it once, and I just almost all over the table. Couldn't do it. It's a texture thing.
Oh, for that grip tester, did you give it to your dad?
I have it. Honestly, I want to bring it to work. I should.
Yeah, you
because
should. I mean,
I work in
It's an industry.
yeah, a skill trade that has a lot of like, hey, grab this. Hey, hold that. Hey, pull this. And I'm
I'm never trusting mangoes from Kipp again. It's all hard.
really curious.
I don't like them.
You don't like them?
He said
Oh.
that's how he likes it.
Oh.
He likes it
Ew.
hard.
I don't like no soft ass mango like someone
I love
here.
soft mangoes. Oh my gosh. So T and I had this mango for a couple weeks because we were
It
waiting.
was a week. It was a week.
It was like a week, and we were waiting for it to like soften up and ripen up. Like I wanted it like sickly sweet.
Yeah, me too.
So
Weirdos.
she had mentioned how that mango, she wanted a mango. So I'm like, we've had this mango. I'm gonna cut it up.
I didn't say I wanted a mango.
Could have swore she said that.
You were just being nice because you thought I would like it.
So I cut it up, right? And I do my first cut. I'm like, this doesn't smell right. I commit to the cut. I cut the second part. And I'm like, this doesn't look right. And like, at this point, the smell is like really getting to me. I'm like, what the fuck? So I lean in real close and I give it a sniff. And I literally retch like 3 times. I'm on the ground, hands and knees, like praying to the gods. I'm like, what's going on?
I was in the shower at the time and I had no idea this was going on. I was just like, I'm gonna shower, do my thing. I walk out into the bedroom and I'm like, why are you in here? Like, what are you doing? Because he's like sitting on the bed waiting like a little freaking dog.
Dude, I'm like shell shocked trying to process my olfactory attack.
And he's like, I need you to smell this mango. Smell this mango.
Like, how do mangoes smell?
And I'm like, I don't know, sickly sweet. Like, it's a mango. It smells like a mango. And then I smell the mango and I'm like, it smells like a mango.
That didn't smell like no mango.
It smelled like a mango. And then I was like, do you want me to try it? It does look a little strange, but like, it's not bad. And I try a little piece and it's a little sour and I'm like, I'm not eating that. But like, it wasn't that bad.
I was on the ground begging God for mercy.
We also have to remember, he does smell things consistently that are absolutely horrendous. So, like, you could have a candle on, and he won't be, and it can be a super strong candle, and he can't smell it. But for whatever reason, he smelled this mango.
And he was
Why?
dying.
I was dying. When I was after I got off of the ground from my episode, I walked over into the bedroom to find T, and I'm sitting on the bed like shell shocked. She's like,
He looked like he saw something.
she's like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
1,000 yards there.
I was like, I need you to smell this mango. I don't know what mangoes are supposed to smell like anymore. And like, I'm just questioning everything. And then I don't know. I like just go to like brush my nose reflexively, and the smell is on my fingers, and my eyes start to water, and I almost break down again. I'm like, oh my God, it's back.
I'm already done.
It wasn't that bad. I'm the type of person who, like, if somebody sprays something in a room next to me, I'll walk in there and I'm like, are you spraying something? I can't breathe. Like, my boss at work, she'll spray like air freshener or something, and I'm like 2 rooms away, and it finally hits me like 10 minutes later, and I'm like, I'm covering my face, my eyes are watering, I can't breathe. And she's like, shit, I forgot that you smell like that. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what it is. But the mango didn't smell bad. I swear to you, it just smelled like a normal mango.
Oh, someone was being a little bitch.
I guess so. It smelled horrendous. Like if you stumbled across like something that's been dead for a week.
It did not smell like that.
It smelled like that to me, and I don't know why. I was just so confused.
All right.
No. What about you, Kipp? What have you been up to? Now that we've talked about, fish and mangoes and aerosol cans of Febreze.
Well, all I've been up to, excuse me, sorry. Basically, before we started the podcast today, and I was talking to Brock, I finally finished God of War Ragnarok. It was a fucking fantastic game. I gotta now play Valhalla of it and see how that goes. I'm more excited now because I have about 45 hours in that game, and I still gotta complete little bits of cleaning up of Asgard and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna do Valhalla and see how that goes. I'm honestly excited.
No, God of War Valhalla.
Oh, the DLC.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So when you guys play games, do you play games completely, you get as much as you can get done, or do you just do the main story and quit?
Yeah. Are you guys completionists, or do you just
Depends on the game.
That's fair.
Yeah, it depends on the game. I to the extent I try and do as much as I can, but if it becomes too tedious, I'm like, no.
I'm playing Indiana Jones right now, and I really only give a fuck about the main story.
I've only ever finished one game completely all the way through. A lot of the games that I prefer to play are just what is that called? Open world, where there's no definitive end game.
Yeah, T enjoys her own set your own pace kind of games. I throw out some examples Ori, Will of the Wisps. I think that was Brock's recommendation actually. The number 2.
That one has a main storyline, and that is the only game I've actually ever finished.
That does have a main storyline, but it is I don't want to say open world because it's a 2D platformer.
There's just tons of things
Actually, I
do.
finished 2 games.
So there's that, but Minecraft, where technically, yes, it does have an ending, but is that really the goal of the game?
The goal of the game is to have fun.
Yeah. Back in Xbox 360 days, that's when I was 100% trying to be a completionist.
With the 100%, all achievements achieved and whatnot.
Yeah, for the gamer score. I did that.
For the gamer score.
It was just to be better than everyone else on our friends list. And that was it.
Kipp's goal in life is to make everybody else feel like shit.
Hey, you're
Am
welcome.
I wrong?
It's not wrong. He plays League of Legends.
Hey, so when we play League of Legends and I do what I have to do because you want to win, it's not my fault.
I know. Thank you for the carries yesterday or the other night.
Yeah, T has been getting into League of Legends. I don't know
I'm
if Brock's
so
on.
mad at this game.
Yeah, I'm welcome to League of Legends.
I was gonna say watching Arcane and then wanting to play League or things like that. I often tell people it's liking caffeine and then being meth sounds great.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
So, in my defense, okay, I've never seen Arcane. I've seen bits and pieces when Alan watched it, okay? I've never seen Arcane all the way through.
You also have all of our shared experience and grief that we've had over the years of this game is the worst.
But you guys never tell me that until I'm mid-game screaming at people because I have the base,
No.
It turns anyone into
No.
a monster. It's more likely we're not going to say anything. Once you start turning into a monster, we're just going to say, hey, this is the
Let me
game.
defend myself!
I have told you before, you should not play this game.
We've been playing
Let
League of
me
Legends
defend
collectively for
myself.
36
Can't defend
years.
yourself if I have told you that you should not play this game.
Let me defend myself right now, okay?
Your defense doesn't mean shit.
I need to defend myself.
We have 36
okay?
years of League of Legends experience between the three of us.
I understand that, okay? Which is why I've been trying to, what is it called? Solo queue? I've been trying to play by myself so I can at least learn how to play. I have the basics. I have everybody does this in this lane. Everybody does this in this lane. I have the absolute basis because I was I'm not starting this game with jack shit. I'm not with nothing, okay? This game is also not the best for people who have no idea what they're doing. I don't play video games. The only reason I started playing was because I wanted something to bond with Alan on. He doesn't play normal video games. He plays weird fucking video games that I can't play. This was the only one that I was okay, maybe I can try it. I'm not half bad when I play people who are at my speed.
Is connection really worth your empathy?
And
Yes,
your
because I
sanity.
love him.
I was gonna say you're gonna lose.
It's not that bad, okay? When I
Not that bad. You've been playing solo queue for a few days.
well, that's the thing. When I play, because
I've played it for years.
okay, again, in my defense, I'll play games with you guys, okay? I'll play games with Kipp, and I'll play games with Alan, and I'll be at their speed, right? And those people are going in, like, they're going hard. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm barely here.
Just wait until someone calls you more slurs than you've ever read in one sentence
She doesn't
because
have
you
all chat turned
accidentally
on.
missed a
I-
CS.
She doesn't
I
have all
do
chat
have
turned-
it.
Oh, that's right.
I do have it because I'm curious, and I don't
It doesn't
care.
come from alt chat. It comes from team chat.
No, so I started.
I can't pay attention to it.
I
It's
made
too
a
much.
Smurf account.
League of Legends is 9v1.
So I made a Smurf account just so that my MMR, my matchmaking ranking, wouldn't be so heavily outweighed in T's
It's
disfavor.
so bad.
Right? So I made a Smurf account. I'm level like 8 now. And
I convinced him to start all the way
when
over.
you start, it doesn't include team chat. It doesn't
Nope.
include
It gives you
all
nothing.
Chat. It gives you party chat.
my account.
Oh my god, sweet.
I promise you, it's way higher than what I'm at.
So
I'm not ranked. I haven't played in.
She's not even level 30 yet, so.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
So it starts off in party chat. It took me like 8 levels to find all chat, and as soon as I found all chat, I found it. Kipp, I told Kipp because he got his Smurf,
Yeah, he was like, "How do I do this?"
and he found it, and then T found it on her own.
I didn't find it on my own. You fixed it forever ago.
Oh, I guess I did. So I turned it on, and I immediately start talking smack.
Yeah, he was
And
aggressive.
It's going hard. And honestly, if I log in right now and I'm not banned, I'll be very surprised.
No, he talked a lot of crap, bro.
did.
That's how you know it's a veteran.
You know, it's even more funny. He wasn't doing the greatest.
No,
I was
he-
the one carrying our team.
Kip was
It-
carrying the whole
It does not
time.
matter if you've played it for a decade and you're silver or if you've played it for a decade and you're fucking master ranked. You, as a veteran, no matter when you play this game, it's just an indescribable urge to just talk the most amount of shit because the game is 80% mental,
Oh,
20% skill.
It was.
Absolutely.
If
'Cause
you
These
can
people
tilt,
got so
if you can
mad.
tilt
Yeah.
the other team, it's game over.
That- It was
This game is
so
not
tilted.
designed to be a game of strategy or a
No.
game of skill. It's
No.
designed to be a game of psychological warfare. If you have willpower and you can take an absolute beating and be called every slur under the sun for doing something that's very simple and you can keep playing, League of Legends might be the game for you.
I
if
grew
you
up
can't,
with 3 brothers.
I'm
I'm good.
Trust me.
It will
It's
get
not the
worse.
words that they say, it's the actions that they do.
And
Dude.
how and when they do it,
It
oh
doesn't
my
it
gosh.
doesn't matter if you want to get to this spot. If you communicate for 1 second that you at this game, oh man, these are my, provisionals, I'm going to get promoted after this game. Everyone on your team is going to throw. And for some reason, everyone on the other team is just going to decide now's the time to try.
Yeah.
And this isn't like just a coincidence. Every time you get to your provisionals and every time you mention it at least once or anyone
Why
gets
would you tell people that? Are you
sometimes you
stupid?
don't have to. People can just go to opt.gg and look it up and find out for
Yeah.
themselves.
OP.gg,
So-
that I
And
tell
some
you to go
people live to look up every account in their game and find the one person that needs this game to go well for them, and then they focus the shit out of you, and they will kill you until you have 25 fucking deaths and until you're breaking your fucking keyboard in half.
Remember, I'm not even at a level to where I can rank.
But
Hey,
there
it
is
doesn't
a chance
matter.
It
when
doesn't
you get
matter.
there that
There's, I've
As soon
never
as
met a person like
as
that.
soon as
you're sitting in a room of 3 of us.
you're
Well, I believe it. I'm not saying that I don't believe it.
you're sitting in a
wholeheartedly
room of
believe it.
3 people that would never do anything like that in any other game they've ever played.
and any other. Yeah.
All right. Here's one story about this.
Oh
all right?
no.
Look, out of these two combined, I probably have more hours than these two combined
Oh
in
yeah,
ranked.
I believe that.
I was like about to rank up. Unprovoked, this guy puts in chat, say, if you guys don't follow and subscribe to my channel, I'm gonna throw the game. In like the
did, didn't he?
champ select.
They mean every fucking word of it.
And they did.
It's not an empty threat.
See, the funny thing is that before I got into that champ select, the previous one was like, there's a guy going around. I was warned. And I was like, it won't happen to me. It fucking happened to me. I lost that game.
I think it's because you guys put too much stock into this game. Like, you guys care way... For me, it's just a game.
It's only ever just a game.
You
only
got
ever
pretty
just-
heated a couple times.
Okay.
I don't know
Once
what you're talking
A
about.
game is something you play to be stress-free, to relax. League of Legends is a game that you feel like you've worked a 16-hour workday, and then you were like, I really want to just get bent over a fucking table and just destroyed. Like, that's the decision that you make when you play ranked in League of Legends.
I'm not playing ranked.
But I'm just saying, I should say in general, but there's no relaxation in that game. Calling it a game is generous.
Yeah.
It is a microtransaction, money looter, psychological destroying, self-confidence ruining masterpiece.
When it gets to that point, I know to quit. I'm not.
We
so
all
far
said
into
the
it.
same thing.
I never said that.
Alan
once in
never
my
said he
life.
was going to quit. Alan thrives in that world.
He still plays that game. I still convinced him that
What?
he didn't pick up this game for like a year and a half.
He thrives in that world. Ever since
He
we started playing that
does.
game, he plays the niche champions that he knows pisses everybody off because they're the champions that someone sees and be like, oh, I've never seen that champion before. He's probably garbage.
Nope.
And then he gets against Alan on top, who just keeps beating his head against a brick wall. He could be 0-24 in top lane and still be taking the fucking towers. Like, he just, he thrives
right.
in that environment.
It doesn't even matter if it's ranked. It could be normal games too.
It could be a custom game, and I'm still going to do that to someone.
I know.
I do that to Kipp.
I think even when I'm like in ARAM games, I think I told Alan this, is where this guy was enemy teams were complaining about the sums that people had. I'm like, who gives a shit? It is ARAM.
There was a time when me and Kipp were the highest ranked in our group. Me and Kipp were the ones that I would argue were playing the most ranked, and we were the ones that were keeping ahead of the curve a lot. And there were still times that I would 1v1 Alan at my peak in that game, and he would just play this off-meta shit that you just don't know how to play against because it doesn't exist anywhere else but in his head.
Yeah.
Like, there's no strategy for chaos.
Yeah.
He's just straight chaos.
And League of Legends thrives in that, so...
It's like I played against a lot of people. I am like decently high ranked.
Hates playing against me.
I hate playing against Alan because he's so like he thinks out of the box so fucking hard. I'm like I have to think. I don't really think too much when I play ranked anymore. But like when I go against him in a 1v1, I'm like, what is he gonna fucking do?
He also has the fucking Soviet technique, though, of just body after body after body. He'll just keep building up shit to tank it and tank it. He'll be playing Trundle doing no damage, but he'll be healing when you're trying to fucking hit him back. Yeah. And it's like you're just hitting this brick wall over and over again. He's just there going thump, 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 thump.
It's like I think now it's like it's majority where in 1v1s against Alan, it's me. I usually win. Because I still think I am mechanically better than you in that game.
Yeah.
Remember, he doesn't play this game consistently. Like, he'll switch between games. He'll play, like, 3 different games in a time. I'm playing 1. Like, he just goes back and forth.
Yeah, I pretty much cycle 4 games.
Yeah.
But it's like, out of everyone I play against in ranked, and I play against, like, some people that are Smurfs and everything in, like, high elo, he's the one that makes me have to think the most, and it pisses me off because I'm like, what is he gonna do next? Because as a regular, because you,
sorry,
I learned at some point when I play games, I can kind of predict what people do because what I usually do
absolutely.
is like I can fucking find people like the jungler. I know where they're gonna go, so I start invading the enemy jungler and I go kill them.
I can't remember what show it was, but there was someone that was trying to read someone's mind. And this guy throughout the whole show would read people's minds, and then he would kill them based off of like their biggest fears or whatever. And then he just tries to read this guy's mind, and it's just empty. There's not a thought in there, and the guy's just standing.
That's Alan.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's Alan playing the game. You're like, what is he gonna do next? And you're like trying to read him, and there's nothing to read. You're just like, he's just going off of pure instinct.
It's just straight instinct.
Yeah,
He does that in everyday life too. He'll just be like, I'm waking up. This is what I'm doing today.
like,
and I'm
what
like,
what are you doing?
where's
What
the plan?
fucking show was that? Because
Where's
the scene
the
itself
plan?
is really funny.
I can imagine it now.
Because it's just the guy in just shock, and the guy's just like, can't read what isn't there, or something like that, where he's like, it's just this really dumb dude that just has no thoughts in his brain, but he's
He
just.
just called you dumb.
No, I'm not saying that he's dumb. I'm saying the guy in the show was dumb, but it's just the. Where the fuck did I put my phone?
But yeah, honestly, League, no matter what game mode you play, there will be a toxic person eventually, and it only takes one. Takes one.
I don't have to worry about somebody else being toxic because I listen to Alan every single day.
Yeah, we literally game next to her and she reads my alt chat. She's oh my
I don't even
gosh.
have to be in the game, and all I have to do is look over, and he's just a jerk.
Yep.
And it's not just that one game; it's everything.
Any game I play, it just automatically turns into a new chapter of the Geneva Convention.
Yeah, Alan's a dick. He's very much a dick. He talks so much shit in League, and it's insane. And it's even more funny because, like, I think recently
He could be losing, and he's still talking shit.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. It's also insane on sometimes we're on the same wavelength, you and I, Alan.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, you guys are like the same person sometimes. It's scary.
There's a scene in Family Guy where he's in like a dungeon and he's getting like whipped by the torture, and every time he gets hit, he's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, is my grandma in here whipping me?" And then he gets whipped again. He's like, "Is there a light breeze going on in here somewhere?" Like that's Alan just getting his ass kicked. Like, "Oh, I'm sorry, were you actually like, you're still a piece of shit."
I think there's a torture scene. I want to say it's from the movie The Dictator. Where
Yes,
this guy comes in. He's like, "Oh, this is
exactly
cute
what that's
relic.
from.
Cute relic." He's like, "This is state of the art." He's like, "Nah, I've seen that in my babushka's back room."
Yeah, no,
It's
it's
just like, what?
He's like that was actually outlawed in Saudi Arabia for being too humane. Yeah. Yeah.
Kip, you were saying something, and we talked over you.
But
How you're the same person.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
you said we're the same person, but we're on the
Sometimes.
same
same wave.
same wavelength on shit talking. Is like
I'm pretty sure it happened a couple games ago
It
where
did.
our mid laner didn't missing ping or tell anyone that his laner was gone, and he came into my lane, and I just went off on the mid laner, and then Kipp's over here in the bot lane as ADC. He just hops on the bandwagon and starts beating this guy up verbally.
I'm not like a finger pointing person either, but League of Legends, the scapegoat mentality comes so quickly.
So fast.
Someone immediately dies in the beginning to the wrong person, and you're like, this game's fucked. That motherfucker. That piece of shit ass motherfucker. Like,
It's more of when you're supposed to be in bot lane and you have an ADC who doesn't know what they're doing. And, like...
That's T's gear grind.
Okay.
You're going to be in gold one day, and you're still going to have the same problem.
I'm never going to get that high.
I mean, yeah, realistically, I think now it's probably statistically way harder to get into gold than it was when we were getting
I think it's easier to get in gold.
You
I
think
think
so?
a lot. I think majority of people are on gold. It's harder to get past plat.
I mean, that's always been like the big threshold is from gold 1 to plat 4, but it's usually where like plat has the most trolls.
I didn't start playing video games until me and Alan started dating. Like, I've played a couple before then.
Yeah.
I don't have the skill set to get anywhere near that.
I want to say something again that I previously said earlier that I want us all to think about for a minute. 36 years of collective League of Legends experience between the three of us. That's embarrassing.
Yeah,
I don't think it's just 36.
Yeah, but think of
I don't have all the same amount of time because I stopped playing a couple of years ago.
think about how like dexterous your non-dominant fingers are.
Oh, dude, it's League of Legends is the only reason I can play fast-paced games with
Like,
any
that-
sort of
Yeah.
talent.
That's the point
No.
that T brought it up a couple days ago, where she was like, "I've never played PC games. When
It
I
was
was
always controller.
When I was growing up, it was always controller, and even at that point, her brothers were like, "Girls don't play video games. So what are you doing here?"
In League is like a quintessential PC game. Like that is you can't even play that kind of game on a console.
Yeah.
Like that's a
Yeah.
pure PC
Oh,
platform
absolutely.
MOBA. Like it's definitely a very difficult thing to do with your fingers if you haven't grown up doing it.
Yeah, it's a high skill cap, because it is most people left hand. That's their non-dominant hand, and you're not flexing it, but
You're getting individual movements very accurately with your left hand when most people are not going to be able to.
On top of that, being extremely like clumsy, halfway through the game, the majority of the time, I'm like, oh shit, I hit the wrong button. Shit, I hit
Tripping
the wrong
over your
button.
fingers is something that happens so much early on.
I just don't have the dexterity. I can't even. I can't type a lot
Nobody
of words per minute.
does until you continue to do that. Like eventually
trying.
you will.
Yeah.
But like no, I had issues with that all the time where I'd be hitting like T when I'm trying to hit R and nothing's happening and you just miss your golden opportunity. Like yeah, no, the clicking, the orb walking. Where you're going back and forth between the minions and walking back and forth to stay in like the one spot, or walking like that, or
I'm getting better at all of those things.
She
slowly.
has shown great improvement from like the very first game I've seen her play.
and the fact that you're even getting better or walking isn't even a concept I learned until I was like bronze. Like that was I mean it's easy to learn, impossible to master skill where you're kiting somebody or walking your way backwards around it, but.
Alan's never explained that to me. I just see how he plays, and
I was gonna say
a lot of it.
he's
I
not a
just
great
watching
example.
you guys.
No,
It
no.
may-
You should not put any lesson plans based on me. That's just not a good
Kip's a
idea.
great-
Which is why Kipp had to come here for an
Yeah.
entire day and teach me how to play League.
Yeah, Kip's a great mechanical player, but that's because he plays some of the most mechanically intense characters.
If you want like rigid mechanical play, Kipp definitely has the best mechanical mind in the league, in our little league circle right here.
It's Alan's not a great teacher for a lot of people, and specifically for me
For a lot
because
of reasons too.
well,
I don't think you're a bad teacher, but I also know that the way that you teach is not a way that a lot of people learn.
no, because
You got it from your dad. Like you do it first, and I'll show you how to do it
Sink
later.
or swim.
Yeah.
he's the type to throw you into the fucking water and tell you like, there you go.
Are you still
That's
alive?
it.
Okay, here's where you fucked up.
But for me, I'm a very like logical thinker. Give me X, Y, Z. What's the base? Like, what is my core? This is what my goal is. Okay. He doesn't know how to give me that. He has no idea what the fuck that means. He's like kill people?
I like to bring up.
Be mean?
It came up in a creepypasta I listened to. Now I'll always reference creepypastas because that's my niche.
That's your niche.
But there's one where the main character is suffering from what was it, Alzheimer, I think. He's
That's sad.
but yeah, it was a really sad.
I was gonna say, regardless of how
You should
that
listen
goes,
to
that's
that
just
one.
sad.
Honestly, I almost cried at work listening to this
Yeah.
one. So anyway, I'll send it to you. But he oh shoot. Oh, okay, I lost my train of thought. Refresh me real quick.
He put himself Alzheimer's talking about one thing you constantly reference. What were we just talking
Yeah,
about?
what were we
2
just
seconds
talking
ago?
about? I need that, like, the source.
Mechanical. Alan can't teach.
I can't teach.
Throwing you into water.
Yeah.
Is this a sign of Alzheimer's?
Probably.
This is just how he think. Like,
Where are we?
we talk about
Alright,
things
let's not
so
confuse them
frequently.
anymore.
Is this a podcast?
We talk about things so frequently that like my brain goes a million miles an hour sometimes, and I'll be on like 6 different topics, and
Oh, dude,
I'll
it
be-
freaks me out.
He's so confused the entire time. He looks at me with like big glass eyes, and he's like, "What's going on?"
I'll
And
just
I'm
glass over. I'm like, all right, when they need me, they'll come get me. It's fine.
Or like going to my family's house. Every single person is having at least 2 conversations at once.
Yep.
My entire family.
Yeah.
I'll just
Except
glass
for
out
my
until
dad.
I get like, what was it? The keyword in. What do you think, Alan? I'm like, huh?
What do you want from me?
That's why he typically like he gravitates towards my dad, because my dad will sit there and he's sitting on the couch, his arms crossed, and he's not paying attention. He can't keep up, and so him and Alan just like gravitate toward each other, and they'll start talking about something stupid.
Yep.
Do you guys want to hear an Alzheimer's joke?
Yeah.
No. What were you talking about?
Do you guys want to hear Alzheimer's joke?
What?
Exactly. Oh man, that's gonna bother me. I vividly remember the story. I could almost recall the entire story.
I'm actually surprised that you usually can, like an encyclopedia, pull out a creepypasta story.
I could tell you the entire story. I just can't remember the one thing that like references it back to what we're talking about. So the whole story is crystal clear, but I don't know why I brought it up.
Just to make us sad.
But overall, don't play
It's like,
League
you know
of
what
Legends.
really livened this party up? Alzheimer's.
Sad.
Just don't play League of Legends. It's for your mental, not great.
I actually have been playing a game called Traveler's Rest recently. That's actually, I think, a game that's something you might be. I don't know how. It's definitely more your speed. You played like Witchwood or like Feywild.
No.
I
I don't even know what those are.
No, I'm trying to think of a game that you would have played. But it's like the farming sim kind of games, but it's not really a farming sim.
when it comes to farming sims, some of those I won't play strictly because they're like the 8-bit.
So
I don't like those.
Okay, so you wouldn't like this art style.
I tried to play.
Stardew Valley.
I refuse to play Stardew Valley. I hate it. What is it?
She hates
Cult of
my-
the Lamb. I tried
Cult
to play.
of the Lamb.
Yeah, it's like it. I don't know. It's a cult game.
was pretty cool.
8-bit games fuck with me a little bit too.
I
She
don't
hates
like
my
it.
favorite farming sim,
Um,
Harvest Moon.
Yeah, I'm not playing that either.
Harvest Moon. Yeah.
Not playing that either.
But Traveler's Rest is a tavern simulator.
fun.
So you like will grow all the ingredients. You'll go to the market and you'll buy like, but you also like will brew or distill spirits and brew beers, different beers. You can age them for different amounts of time. Hire staff in the tavern, like customize it however you want. Build a tavern with different rooms and stuff.
The only reason I would not play that game is strictly the art style.
I-
I'm very picky on my art
I
style.
would encourage you to look at it because it's not 8-bit because it's really high bits, but it does have the pixely art style to it. It's not ugly, but
not-
I wish I could describe it to you because it's not as pixely as Stardew Valley. It has more bits than that, but it still is an attempt to make it look like that. But it isn't. You'd have to look at it for me to understand fully exactly what you hate.
Is that higher res than Stardew Valley?
It's higher res,
It's
yeah.
not. It's not that part that bothers me. Like that, I can get. Like for certain games, I can get behind. Okay, it's the mechanics of that kind of game. Like that just doesn't speak to me as a person.
Look it up and just so I can get
waiting for it to load.
a baseline on there for you because I just stumbled across this game. It was on sale. I tried it and I was like, okay, this is actually something that's really great way to waste time.
Tavern's Rest.
No, Traveler's Rest.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. Close.
While T looks that up,
Second one.
mechanically, Maple Story 2,
I don't
did
think
not
you're gonna
like.
love the art style. Yeah.
I could tell from here she doesn't
That's
like
the thing. It's just cute. It's just I don't like playing games like this. Like
Yeah.
if Animal Crossing was any closer to this, I would not play it.
Yeah. That's fair.
Like Animal Crossing is my line.
Morgan's been playing the shit out of a game. Oh God.
It sucks because a lot of like the cozy games that people
Yeah.
are looking at, this is.
She has the
style.
same issue because she hates these kinds of games.
I don't know why. I don't like them. It's too.
You played Spiritfarer?
No.
Have I told you about Spiritfarer?
No.
Wait, what? Hold on.
You've been home for we see you 3 hours a month.
Yeah, I know.
We tell everybody this.
Spiritfarer is a huge game. That one, yeah. This is a game that was actually designed by psychologists and therapists. I guess it is a little bit, but you take over the role of Karen, and your goal is to chauffeur people into the afterlife.
Oh,
And
that's
you're
cute.
supposed to help them while you're giving them the ride to the afterlife, wrap up the things that they didn't get to wrap up in their life, and give them their best experience, like give them their favorite foods and things like that to help them wrap up everything. But the game was ultimately designed to help teach people how to lose people and how to process that and how to deal with it.
I wish I found this game when I was like 15.
This game put me in fucking tears. Morgan adored this game. This is absolutely the top of the ladder when it comes to cozy games. Morgan hates management style games. She's playing this again for the second time. It's not as good as you can only play this game really once because the lesson that you get from it is Jesus.
So here's where I tell you, right? Ori specifically, right?
Mm-hmm.
The one that you recommended. The only reason I played that is because you are hardcore. You need to play this game. That is not the type of game I like to play.
This one actually, like, Ori was cute. It had an adorable story. It had a
I just
beautiful
love the art.
soundtrack. Like everything from A to Z. Like, it was really pretty. It was good. This game actually has like a overall theme, lesson, and point that I think everybody has to see.
I will try to play it.
I think it's criminally unknown.
I will try to play it, but again, you keep recommending these this style of game. I don't like this style of game. Have you ever heard of Stray?
Yeah.
Or the cat.
That's the kind of game I like
Oh
playing.
yeah, Stray's great. But like this is Stray's one of the few in its realm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
like,
makes
that's-
it really hard
yeah.
to find games that I actually like
I'm
playing.
trying to think of what Morgan's loved playing.
I played a little to the left.
Annapurna. Have you heard of Annapurna
Wonderful.
Studios?
No.
That's games like What Remains of Edith Finch.
That sounds cool.
They made Outer Wild. That's Morgan's favorite studio, and Annapurna has had a ton of games that she's really liked. If you look up Outer Wilds on there,
I think I've heard of that one.
Rock talks about
That's
it a
not
lot.
one I'm recommending to you. That's one of my favorite games, but it's just complicated. But just go to the game and then go to the studio, Annapurna. Yeah. They made Stray. These are the developers of Stray.
Okay.
So these are all the games that they've made. And a lot of games on here I would recommend. They do have a lot of really good choices on here. Like Journey is another good one.
I was
What
gonna
Remains of
say
Edith
fucking
Finch.
Journey
Yep, Journey's
is one of my
great.
favorite games.
Really?
Really? You played Journey?
Yeah, Journey was fucking
Yeah,
one of my favorite
it's an
games.
awesome
Yeah.
fucking game, dude. Yeah.
I would recommend. I was
It's
gonna
so
I
once
could
we
pretty.
were
probably
talking.
get
I
behind
was
this one.
It's so pretty.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
I was gonna say it's a fucking fantastic
Yeah.
game. It still looks good after like 10 plus years.
Yeah, that I didn't realize Annapurna has made so much because I played Outer Wilds and I thought that was their only game. But like after Morgan had gone through all these games, I was like, this studio's have made some fucking bangers.
Yeah, they made great ones. All right, well, thank you guys for listening to our second episode of TOG. Not actually our second episode of TOG. Thank you.
Well,
First
you know,
episode?
Maybe is it first episode now? I don't know.
we lost count. Lost count.
Yeah, man. That's why I keep on saying second episode.
Ask the
Have you guys
viewers.
seen the Lego one of that?
We have.